Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Monday, May 16th. All right. As planned, we had a bounce in the market, but a big move, that's for sure. A little more than I expected, but I was following the technicals on the 15-minute, 30-minute, and hourly chart, and it broke some trend lines and worked its way up. Went right up to the middle Bollinger Band on the daily, as you can see here, and that's where the retrace was. It did close over the 10 EMA. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Sometimes when we get these big moves like this, they drop, they fade just like this day never even happened. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But you had 3 days up, you had 3 days down. We have one day up, and that candle's the size of Texas, so I'm going to count that as two, because the volume was very, very weak. And you can see a slow slope is just finally bounced off, moved up a little bit, and your regular stow is just chilling. Your MACD is still flat line. RSI bounced up a little bit here. Now we're at 51 using the RSI 10, lowering it down to the hourly. You can see the hourly also came up to the upper Bollinger Band and then sold off just as fast. Pretty much fell in line with everything else. Once this trend line right here was broken, then it was pretty much on its way, and that's where the EMA 10 broke too. Low volume moved to the upside. You can see now that we're on the hourly, we're rounding to the downside after this big move. Not sure if we're going to get full upper to lower. Basically in a consolidation box right now. You can see your stow is getting ready. You can see your MACD is getting ready to come down also, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. The 15-minute, I know it's kind of tight, but tight time frame to look at, but you can see here we closed under the EMA 10, which is great. Bounced off the middle Bollinger Band right into close here, and we have the support right here at 206.04, unless some kind of data or something pushes us down. I do expect a full move all the way down to the 203 area for this trend line at some point this week, based on the hourly, if we don't get any follow through on the daily. But I do see a potential here for a gap up, I guess, if everything's good, to catch this trend line right here. And we'll have to see what happens. But the way things are looking right now, it looks like we're going to reverse to the downside. It was a beautiful bounce off of Fridays, the last 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday sell-off, which was very, very lucrative. So let's take a look at Apple real quick here. Apple, of course, somebody bought and somebody sold, but it did break the trend line on the daily here. You could see that. And it also claimed the 10 EMA on the daily too. So it's been oversold for quite some time. It just needed that to get a little push to the upside. Gonna have to watch for follow through on this. I'm not sure how much higher it's gonna go, because if you look at the 15-minute, you could see we were, after this move, this gap up today and push across, we're back under the EMA 10, and we're just holding that uh, middle Bollinger Band on the 15-minute, and we're starting to reset here. But if you look at the hourly, you can see it's getting a full move. Potentially we can come down and fill this gap, and if not, even lower. RSI is still overbought here. So if you're a chaser of this and buying tomorrow, I'd wait for a reset. You do have this trend line acting as support now. So it could come down in this area, but we'll have to see what the market does, because that Apple is part of the Dow, and or SPY, whatever it's part of, but it moves with the market, because you could see a SPY is the same technical setup on the 15-minute daily and everything else. So keep an eye on that one. All right, this is Matt over at Milestone Capital Growth Portfolio. See you in live chat tomorrow. It's free. Just go over and become a silver member on MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Hit one of the Join Us buttons, and you'll come up to a page of the different membership levels, and just click on that, and you can become a silver member and hang out in the chat with us all day. It's a good time. Talk about many different things, and all technical stuff. So we'll have to see you there tomorrow or sometime this week. Have a great night.